Newt is the only candidate with the experience and knowledge necessary to rebuild the America we love. He has a successful national record of creating jobs, balancing the budget, and reforming our government. Today, we need a leader who can clearly articulate why President Obama and his policies are wrong for America. We need a leader who understands that we must contain and defeat our enemies. And we need a leader with bold solutions to create a better America for all of us. I believe that leader is my husband. Please welcome former Speaker of the House and the next President of the United States, Newt Gingrich.
First of all, thank you all very much for being here. This is really quite a crowd, and I'm delighted to have this chance to be with all of you. I thought Callista might have commented about her excitement of being in Ellisville, because she wrote a children's book called Sweet Land of Liberty, which was a New York Times bestseller for 4 to 8-year-olds, in which Ellis the elephant introduces kids to American history. So now that we're in Ellisville, we should someday bring Ellis the elephant here to the college. I also have to say, as a history teacher, I'm always delighted to be on a campus. And when I realized that you celebrated the 100th anniversary of Jones County Junior College, and I was looking at the banner, and I want to just sort of slow you down for a minute from the normal political junk that goes on, the 30-second attack ads and the robocalls and all that stuff. I want to take you back to 1911. I want you to think about this, because it's really central to the difference philosophically in how people approach America. 1911, there was no air conditioning. Now you can imagine how exciting that was in August. In 1911, most people still didn't have cars. Henry Ford's mass production had started in 1905, and gradually the country was getting on roads. Most roads were dirt. Even major roads were dirt in much of the country. In 1911, there was no commercial radio. The first station is KDKA in Pittsburgh in 1920. In 1911, there had been no experiments yet with television. In 1911, people went to movies often on Saturday. They often got a double feature for a nickel. The 1911 movies were silent, and they very often would have somebody who played the piano at the movie theater. And movies were all the rage, but if you've had a chance to see some of those 1911 movies, they tended to be very short and black and white, and pretty obvious by our standards in terms of the fact that many of them were shot on the same set. And yet, in 1911, the airplane was only 8 years old. First flight is December 17, 1903. And nobody yet had a commercial airline, because nobody yet had an airplane that you could reliably fly in. Winston Churchill learns how to fly in 1913, and the pilot who taught him dies in a crash that year. Flying was a very dangerous business. I give you all this sort of as general background, because think about the world you live in. Example, how many of you have been on an airplane? Raise your hand. Good. Okay. How many of you have flown at least cross country? Raise your hand. How many of you have flown outside the United States? Okay. Now I want you to think about this. 1911. If we could transport you back there, and you could